There we go. Okay, so this is something that I got from NLC, from Melanie Mitro, who's like the queen of planning. And a couple of us did this last month, and it was just super helpful for me to have like my month planned out in regards to when our challenge group is, when the coach sneak peek is, and now free groups, just to know like when I'm inviting. I feel like when I first started coaching, I had a really good plan of like, these are the 10 days I'm inviting to a challenge group, and then I'm transitioning to this. And then it kind of got to the point where I had it in my head, but it was still so random. Like one day I would have a call to action about coaching, and then the next day about challenge groups. And it was just kind of all over the place, even though in my head I had a plan. And what she said was, if you're just throwing out all this random stuff, you're confusing the people who are following you. Because even though we know you can join our free group, you can join my challenge group, you can join me as a coach, people don't understand it like we do, and they don't understand all the different opportunities. So just planning out the month really helps to be inviting to one specific thing for a chunk of time and then transitioning. So what I do is I have my planner out, and then I just wrote in like the big events that we have. And I know like all of ours are going to be a little bit different because there's people have different challenge groups, different sneak peeks and whatnot, but just fill in your dates and then you can still follow along. So we all have the 10 rounds launch on April 6th. So what I am doing from now until then is inviting to that, talking about that. All of my call to actions, all of my polls and my stories are going to be around challenge groups and heavily focused on 10 rounds. So I just wrote that and then like draw an arrow all the days leading up to that. And that's what I'm talking about inviting to up until that. And she did say though, you're still going to be talking about coaching, like you're still going to sprinkle that in because that's your life, but you're just not going to be doing as many like bold call to actions, join my sneak peek type thing until that group has passed and you move on to something else. So then I have set, and I don't know when Club Commit is doing their sneak peek. I know you guys have a page set up, but I had scheduled our next coach sneak peek April 20th. So basically after the 10 rounds launch, from like the 7th, 8th up until the 20th, I'm going to be a lot more heavily focused on talking about coaching, inviting to that coach sneak peek, having call to actions around that coach sneak peek. And then
I like where your head's at.
With the
420.
What?
Like where your head's at, 420.
What are we going to do there? I totally planned that. Not really. And then free group, we're going to do a 5-day free group, and I'm pretty sure that's what you guys are going to continue to do too. My thought process is the 27th. So that way we can just have people be like, free group's done, we have a group starting Monday. Because I feel like when we leave people a whole week in between, it's like they're lagging. So I have the free group on the 27th. So basically from the 22nd until the 27th, when the sneak peek is done, till that, I'm going to be talking about and inviting to that free group for those 5 days.
Wait, which the 27th of April?
Yes.
So the free group is going through April?
No, like starting a new one.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
Are you going to clear out everybody that's in the free group now?
So what I was originally, I had thought, let's just keep it going, but I can't remember where I heard this. Oh, it was on that mastermind call that you were on with Mary last week. Somebody in there said, like, if you just have the free groups ongoing, like people have no reason to join your paid challenge groups. So I'm thinking we should just close it out, because like original thought process was then all the people who did it in December can jump in but nobody that we had in there from December is participating right now. So I think that's kind of pointless. And I think if we actually close it, then people, even if they want to do a free group every month, they're going to have to reach back out to you every month to join a free group versus just kind of sitting in there and watching on the sideline. So I think that we should close it out every month and start new. I
That's a
agree.
good idea. I think we were keeping ours open, but
Yeah,
I think it's a
that's
good
what
idea,
we,
too.
what, Sarah?
I was going to say, I think it's a good idea too, because I started inviting people like to the free group, and it was like so far back. There was stuff so far back that they were trying to like catch up on everything, and people just got lost and just quit. I didn't
Yeah,
have
so
one person
when we
start.
started, because we haven't done a free group since December, and when we started this one, I actually went through and deleted every single post, which took forever, just so it looked like a brand new group. So there was still like 50 plus people in it, but it looked brand new. But that's really time consuming, and then it didn't pull back like our old people like I had kind of thought. So that's just my thoughts with it. I mean, I don't think either is right or wrong, but I hadn't really thought about it from that angle until that girl said, like, if you just leave them in the free group and you have workouts posted in there all the time, they have no reason to ever transition to a paid group with you. So that was.
And
my
are you
thoughts.
going to shut down the page, or are you just going to delete everybody out of the page?
I think you have to delete everybody out of it to shut it down.
Well, yeah, I was just saying keep the page up, because if you have like units in there
Yeah.
and all that stuff saved, I would leave all that there, but kick everybody out.
Okay. That's a
You
good
can't
idea.
access it. Yeah, and then change the name of it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I didn't
but
think.
then you don't have to do all the extra.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So then the workouts and everything will be there.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then if the free group is that last week, I'll spend that entire last week inviting to our paid group, which would start, the first Monday of May. So to me, just whatever your dates are, they don't have to be the same as what I just said, but just having a plan where you have your group starts, and then at least 5 days prior to that, you're inviting to that group and talking about that group and really heavily doing call to actions about that group or that page. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
And then one other thing I want us to do tonight is plan out, I mean, you can either do the whole month, but at least this week. So things that we should be talking about every week, but so much of us forget to. So at least one day this week, write on your calendar that you're going to share a transformation of yourself or somebody else. It doesn't always have to be you. And then I don't care if it's on Tuesday or whatever day you want to talk about it, but put that in your calendar. I don't share enough transformations. I feel like I always hear on calls and stuff, like you should be sharing these frequently. There should always be a transformation in your top 9. And I rarely do. So that's something that I'm trying to get better at too. So I have one ready to share tonight. And then share something about coaching, even if right now we're not, doing a call to action. Like I saw a girl that I went to NLC with had a post today just of her daughter, and it said, I started this side hustle with the hopes that maybe someday I would be able to stay home with her, and now I am, or something, like so simple. There's no call to action, there's no huge anything behind it, but it's just like a very simple post, like highlighting, what coaching has done for you. So have at least one post this week about coaching, and then 2 posts this week with an invite to the 10 rounds launch next Monday.
Do you know when the bod groups start?
The end of April.
I feel like I need training on that.
There will be a lot.
Okay.
probably on the National Wake Up Call, but let me see if I wrote down the exact date. I can't remember if they gave us the exact date or they just said the end of April. But I think probably on Beachbody Champions, and I bet on the National Wake Up Call, they'll have. Sorry, I'm like choking on my shake. They'll have. Oh, that's not it. I don't think they gave us an exact date. I think they just said the end of April.
That's fine.
And I don't know, like, at NLC, they really push like everybody having their own group, because when your challengers log in, they're going to see like Sarah's groups, Heather's groups. So I don't know how I feel about that, because I really like team groups, and I know that's what Club Commit does too. So kind of have to see how to handle that when it comes.
What did I miss? Sorry, my hubby. He
Oh,
was like,
I
"Can
just-
you look at Brooklyn? She hasn't moved in an hour, sleeping. Can you make sure she's breathing?"
I just said they were talking about like really pushing everybody to have their own group, because like when one of your customers logs in, it's going to show like Heather's current group. And if, you know, like if we're all in our team page, team group, which I love, you know, it's only going to show that on whoever started the group. So we'll kind of have to just see how everybody wants to handle that when it gets here. Because I love having the team groups.
I know, because it's just more people that interact, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll just have to see what it looks like once it launches.
Yep. So you think Beachbody Champions will have?
I think so. They said they would do a lot of trainings with us. So
Right.
it would
Because
have
I've only seen, like, Carl's talked about it, but it was like a 4-minute clip, and I'm like, dude, that's not enough.
yeah. But like I said, I think it's probably not going to be till like the last week in April. So it's going to be really cool though. It will have access to everything. Like from one place, you can get to share a cart, your groups, your coach office.
Same thing with like so like that's from our end, but like a challenger, so they'll have to do is just log into BOD, and their workouts are there, their group is there.
Yep.
And
yeah,
like
like when yes, yeah, that will be in there
Whoa.
too. When they sign up, like they're already added into your group. Like you don't have to send them an email or anything. So
That's cool. Is that the same with like leads too? Will they just automatically be?
I would think so.
Right.
Or maybe I don't know if they're added in or they get an invite in, but you don't have to do all the extra steps to like send a invite through the My Challenge Tracker app. I'm trying to find, I had a bunch of notes somewhere from NLC about the groups, but I don't know. Yeah, that's all I had for the calendar. I just think it's really helpful to plan it out, and then I would like go back every Sunday night and like do the same thing, plan out your posts, your like highlighted posts. Obviously you're going to have on the fly posts and different things like that, but things that you really struggle to talk about that you know you should be talking about weekly, I would put it on your calendar so you're not just forgetting.
Was there one that I missed? You said 1 on self-transformation, 1 on coaching, and 2 on twin rounds.
That's all I said, unless anybody else can.
Yeah, she said 2 call to actions to the challenge group.
Yeah, for 10 rounds.
I feel weird because I always use a transformation post and it's not myself. I don't have a good one, like of myself. I don't know why. I just never
Just
did
do
it.
one. I like the ones that are like, they're not necessarily of like your body type. It's more so just a picture of yourself before you started and a picture of yourself now, and just talking about what people don't see, because it gives you more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, like I've seen a couple. They're like the girl on the left, blah blah blah, and the girl on the right, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, Heather, I have a hard time with that too, because I haven't ever had like a huge, transformation. So I always
I
feel,
really haven't.
yeah, like I just did my 2-week transformation for 10 rounds. There's like a little bit more definition in my stomach. But someone also said, like, share that kind of stuff, because even though like you don't have a huge physical transformation, you can talk about, internally, and that you're going to relate to people who don't have a lot of weight to lose but want to tone up or, gain strength. So people are still going to relate to your story.
Right. I'm excited for after baby.
Ooh.
I'll have one there.
Yeah, I love Morgan had a really awesome picture from last
Oh, that was so good.
See, I didn't feel like that was a big transformation pic because I didn't feel like you could see anything.
It was huge.
Oh my gosh, it
It was
was
such
like,
a big difference.
yeah, even just your smile, like just your confidence, you could just see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like so many pictures like of me I just delete. So I don't have like pictures of like before pictures of like not me taking a before picture. If that makes sense.
Yeah, just like random pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. And even with me, yeah, because I didn't start coaching until well after I had Brooklyn. And then I had gone through like the postpartum thyroiditis. So I like lost so much weight. So I didn't have like, when I started, I didn't have a